Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Las Vegas Raiders content. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if it interests you. So, with the Raiders 53-man roster being set, we have 5 wide receivers heading into this upcoming season. Now, I made a video a couple of days ago, if you guys want to check it out, about the Raiders running back core because, while 5 wide receivers at first glance, first thought might sound a little like short, it's gonna be plenty, guys. I mean, it's gonna be plenty. You gotta keep in mind, guys like everybody that the Raiders actually have rostered at running back: Josh Jacobs, Brandon Bolden, Amir Abdullah, Zamir White, Burton Brown. These are all capable receiving backs, especially guys like Brandon Bolden, Amir Abdullah. They're great pass catchers. You also got to keep in mind Foster Moreau, Darren Waller, but the 5 receivers that the Raiders decided to run with for this upcoming season are Davante Adams, Hunter Renfro, Matt Collins, Tyron Johnson, and DJ Turner. Now, we're going to be go ahead and doing, I guess, a little bit of a deep dive, a little bit of a just fun video for you guys. If you enjoy it, let's try and get this video to 150 likes. I just want to continue to reiterate, Raider Nation, you guys, as the days pass by, you're completely changed my life. And if you ever want any specific video or whatever you guys want to say, I love reading everything you guys comment down below. Got a comment the other day saying I was copying Wi-Fi Willie's thumbnails. I'm like, dude, that's like the last. I would not copy somebody's thumbnail. That's the last person I would do that. Wi-Fi Willie is an OG, and I appreciate everybody from Raiders Nation showing me love, Wi-Fi Willie included. So today, I'm looking at, man, I've made so many videos talking about Davante Adams. Guys, he's the best receiver in the league. He's the best receiver in the league. And then you have Hunter Renfro, who just is coming off a 100-plus reception season, which in its own regard is extremely, and I mean extremely impressive. 1,000 yards. This is the slot guy. He was wide receiver 1 last season, man. Just imagine what he can do with a healthy Darren Waller and Davante Adams being introduced to the squad. Now, a couple of moves surprised some people at first glance, myself included. Guys like Demarcus Robinson got cut a couple of weeks ago, and then most recently, this past week, we saw Keelan Cole, kind of, I guess, quote-unquote veteran, if you want to use the word veteran for Keelan Cole. Now, here's my thing, man. First off, I'm trusting the Raiders. I'm trusting the Raiders coaching staff, and I'm going to just kind of back whatever decision they make, because at the end of the day, I'm sitting here in my mom's basement making this video talking about it. So what in the hell do I know? But Matt Collins, Tyron Johnson, DJ Turner, guys, these are 3 legitimate threats here. I mean, 3 legitimate threats. I look at Tyron Johnson in specific, very specifically, because, I'm a big fan. I can be a little bit petty sometimes if you guys watch these videos berating guys like the Denver Broncos, extending Russell Wilson like idiots. Neither here nor there. But Tyron Johnson joined the Raiders late last season, and he actually was originally... He got his career started his rookie season with the Los Angeles Chargers. And in that season, it was 2020, he played in 20 games, and he caught 20 receptions, all right? 20 receptions for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. So basically, to summarize, yards per reception, that is 20 yards. Now, if we go back and we take a look at the Chargers that season, 7-9, you got a very, very, very young team. You have Justin Herbert did a phenomenal job. I will give credit where credit is due. 4,300 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. But, I mean, specifically for the Chargers, they made a bunch of moves at the defensive end this past season, which is something to take note of. Definitely something to take note of. We know the AFC West is going to be difficult. We know this. If you can get out of the AFC West, and I don't even necessarily mean win the AFC West, because it's a long season. A lot of things happen, specifically injuries. You just never know. If you can get out of the AFC West with a playoff berth, I mean, you can do anything. You can quite literally beat any team. But I'm looking at guys like Tyron Johnson and DJ Turner who have this, very niche, niche is the wrong word. They have this very polarizing skill set. And by that, I honestly mean speed. Tyron Johnson is one quick-ass dude. He's one quick-ass dude. Not saying the other 4 receivers on the Raiders aren't quick. But in today's day and age, today's NFL, speed is very important. We all know this. Speed is very, very important. So I think Tyron Johnson, the way he produced in the preseason, same thing goes for DJ Turner. I mean, not too many people knew who DJ Turner was at the start of the season. He's kind of a lower name guy. Very cheap contract, very young. And what did he do? He was impressing right out of the gate in training camp. And what happens in preseason? You see the same exact thing. And I'm a little bit biased towards Pittsburgh players because I just think, and it's funny because sport analysts or sport reporters, journalists, whatever you want to say, any player like coming out of Pitt, whether they're born in Pitt, whether they played for Pitt in college, there's one word that almost everybody uses. And I was in Pittsburgh about a week and a half ago, and this is what I really picked up on. And the word is grit. They're gritty players. They are willing to do whatever they got to do to win, and they're going to work their ass off. They're going to outwork every single person. So long-term included, I'm excited about DJ Turner, but I know he's going to have an impact on this roster this upcoming season. And when we look at our final guy, who's probably going to be wide receiver number 2, although I guess that's still up in the air, we're looking at Matt Collins. All right, Matt Collins, same thing applies. Very young player. We didn't really even see him in preseason. And to me, that is a great sign. Preseason guys, first off, injuries. But Matt Collins is, he's up there in age. I don't want to say, I guess, I don't want to call him young and up there in age at the same time. What I mean by this is he's a young, old dude. Old, young guy? I don't know where I'm going with this. My point is this. Matt Collins is 28 years old. He has not had a crazy NFL career. He's played 5 seasons. He's caught 56 passes for 750 yards, 13.4 yards per reception, 6 career touchdowns. But he just had the best season of his career with the pretty dysfunctional, inconsistent offense that the Miami Dolphins ran last season. 14 catches, 223 yards for 16 yards per reception and 4 touchdowns. Matt Collins, not really, I have so much trust in the coaching staff that if they don't feel like he had to go in the preseason, I'm like, all right, I'm all for it, because that's how much they believe in. I know that might have not made the most amount of sense, but I'm really just doubling down on who the Raiders decided to go out and get and who they went out and decided to keep. And Matt Collins falls right on that list at wide receiver number 2, which is what it's looking like it's going to be. And I feel very good, even though, like I said, career-wise, you're not looking at anything crazy. Spent 3 years with Miami, 2 years with Philly. This is just, it's one of those low-key guys where, he's been in the league for like 5 years, and he's not out of the league. That's impressive in its own regard. So I view him young as far as he hasn't played much. He hasn't played much, but he's played enough to get that kind of in his prime veteran status. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the Raiders wide receiver room. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I will see you guys tomorrow.